You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Let's cook, and welcome back to the Troll Hole Podcast, where we trash the trolls so you don't have to reach in, pull it out, hop aboard the troll holster. We're taking a ride to the spit pit. I'm one of your hosts. I'm on fleek. I've been in my house for 2 weeks. It's me, Mike Lester. With me, as always, the co-host with most, part of the toast. Don't cross him. I can't think of a rhyme. It's Ben Katzner, everyone. Ben Katzner's here.
Give me a rhyme. This is the first rhymeless episode. I feel rudderless.
Well,
I need a rhyme. Yeah.
I kind of rhyme me.
Yeah, but it feels bad when you do it for you and not for me.
Yeah, well, you know, that's life.
Yeah, that's life. That's life. You're not wrong, brother.
That's life. I love you.
You're feeling on fleek? You've been on fleek for 2 weeks?
Oh, like depression-wise.
Oh, depression on fleek. We're bringing on fleek back, but it's only for depression. I love that. That's great.
I'm wrapped in blankets.
I respect that.
Wandering my house. Yeah, that's
Tis
me
the season, my guy.
Yeah, it really is that season.
Yeah, it is. But that's all right. We'll be depressed together. How about
Let's
that?
be depressed together.
What about with our guest?
Our guest today, a great man, a fine man. Got to know him a little bit before the recording. I feel spiritually connected to this person. He's lovely. He's wonderful. Please welcome to Hellwell, Jamie Wood.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. I'm depressed too. Depressed boys.
Let's go, boys.
Depressed squad here.
Let's go, boys.
Everybody get your weighted on fleek blankets. We're all depressed. Come on. We're all sad in here.
That's good merch.
Yeah. Yeah.
On fleek. Depression blanket.
This is great. I love this. Also with us today, we got producer Neil. What up, producer Neil?
Good to
Man
be
with
here
the
as
plan.
usual.
How you doing? Neil,
doing great.
you put a lot of work into this. Thanks
Yeah.
for making it happen.
Of course, I'm
Third
glad to be
pod
here.
of the day, huh, Neil?
They'll be out, yeah. Third pod of the day. Third pod of the day.
Great. Love
Wow.
that.
Damn.
You've been busy. That's why I'm not even mad at you that you didn't tell us that there's a full-on workshop happening outside of the spot. I walked into the studio for this and I was like, no. I didn't know. It kind of felt like this is going to be very telling on me because this is where my brain went, but I was like, oh, this is what it feels like to be on To Catch a Predator. You know what I mean? Where you walk into a room and it's just someone being like, I found you. You're like, no, I didn't do anything.
Ben,
That's what it
have
felt
a
like.
seat. You're going to learn about Ableton. Ben, have a seat. We're going to go over your beat.
Ready for depression.
Incredible riff. If this
was
is you
great.
depressed, I hope you're sad the rest of your life. That's
was so
incredible.
good.
That's good, dude.
How my brain works.
It's fucking sick, dude.
I can't bring myself to do anything.
Hey, but you're here. You're here, and that's what matters. None of us are happy, and we're all here. Neil, are you happy?
No, but it's okay.
What an episode. Wow.
One here. Is any will to be here?
I mean, I actually am happy, but I'm sad. You know, it's good.
Yeah, I feel you. He said it with the biggest smile on his face, too. He goes, no. I hate this.
No, but it's okay.
It's fine.
That's why he's the closest to happy of all of us because he's accepted his sadness.
Yeah.
No, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We're struggling still. We're trying not to be
no,
sad.
but there's a seed of happiness out there. I just need to find it and plant it.
I gotta do a podcast.
Yeah.
I gotta
It is funny for
let
all of us to
everybody
be here
know.
if we're all in this state. That's such a funny situation.
I think it's important for all of us to
There's
see.
Might be a
nothing-
first.
What?
Because most comics, they're so delusional, they like compartmentalize it, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas us, I mean, it's just fucking...
It's out there.
It's
yeah,
out.
it's out there.
We're out there. That's why walking in and first meeting you is like refreshing. I'm like, oh, he's just being transparent and open
Yeah.
about his feel. You're like, yeah, man, show's been great. And meanwhile, it's just like fucking festering in you, you know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no, I don't
yeah,
do
yeah.
that at all. I'm
Yeah.
too much of an open book. It's off-putting.
That's awesome. It's not
I kinda
off-putting.
like it. I kinda like
It's
it.
why
nice.
it's why you can't. I'll never be mainstream successful because I think I just am too upfront with people who want you to be very fake
Oh, yeah.
and
yeah.
false.
You just need to hide that part of yourself.
No, that's what I know.
You just, but not like fake it, but just don't do interviews ever. Just be the most like elusive person.
yeah.
So like, you know, you're good at comedy. You do the comedy stuff. People want you and stuff. And then they'll be like, he's so elusive. We can never get him in an interview. He never sits down with us. And be like,
Yeah,
yeah. And then I'm like, that'll just make people want you more.
that's a good idea. Actually,
Yeah, I'm
maybe
your
I'll do
manager
that.
now. You're welcome.
I was going to say, that's like the advent of media training. Like,
Yeah.
they don't want to do it, so you just get trained up. and then you just fire it off.
You should do what you guys know MF Doom.
Yeah.
He used to
Wear a mask.
You wear a mask and then you do a show. And sometimes if you don't want to do the show, you just have another guy show up as you and do the show.
Oh yeah,
Wouldn't that be fun?
That's a good idea.
Who would be
Sorry,
your body double?
My
Neil,
body
what's
double.
up, buddy?
Neil just collapsed over there. Neil just spilled his
fell
cold
over.
brew on a laptop.
Done that before. The whole thing.
Who would play you in a biopic, Neil, doing a cartwheel?
It's just Mr. Bean with long hair, walking around like a goofy human being.
I'm gonna animate that in. So
You're going superhuman into your fucking producer table.
What would the name of your memoir be? Neil doing a headstand for 40 minutes and passing out upside down. Blood coming out of his eyes.
That's
Beautiful
our boy.
day.
That's our sweet baby boy.
It's a beautiful day to be here.
It's a good day to be here.
It's
Fucking
really,
good day to be here.
really not.
It's actually kind
This is
like,
Minnesota
shitty outside.
at this time of year. I don't know why I always come. I guess it's easy to sell tickets this
It's
time
the
of
best
year.
time to come. For
But holy
comedy.
crap, is it? I mean, it's just gray. Like I've never seen the sun in Minnesota in my whole, and I've been here 5 times doing
Bro,
comedy.
you just missed it. It was out for like
Yeah?
3 days.
Oh, look at that.
yeah.
It actually
yeah.
goes away every time you come here. That's actually, it's your fault. Where I was like, oh, fuck, Jamie's in
Damn
town. I guess
it.
we don't get to see the sun for a
Well,
weekend.
it's gonna
It's
be a
an
bad weekend.
ancestral curse.
We do it for you. We turn the sun off because we don't know that you could handle the full Minnesota sun.
That's
you know?
true. Yeah, is
Very
that a
fair
thing?
skin.
Minnesota sun?
No,
right.
but God, I wish it was. Watch out for that Minnesota sun,
Look
bro.
out for that Minnesota
you don't know what's
sun.
gonna happen. Yeah, the winters can be. I don't think it's as bad as.
It's so fucking bad, dude.
I think sometimes people are like, it's like the Arctic up there, and I'm like, not as much anymore. But
Yeah.
it is like different than most. Unless you're like you live in New York, but you don't live in. If you lived in upstate New York, you'd be like, I understand what this is. I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
what this is.
yeah. It's similar.
But this is definitely different than like, it's not San Francisco or whatever. It's gonna be different in the winter. I do
Yeah,
understand.
true.
That. Wait, you're not. This is just me asking you a question I probably should have asked you 10 years ago.
Philly
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
from
All right.
Philadelphia. It's kind of similar to New York, but it's not similar. I mean, I guess it's size wise, it's similar to the Twin
Sure.
Cities, but
Sure.
it's it's kind of probably much more similar to the Twin Cities than New York in terms of like the vibe of the people and the way the city operates. It's not too crowded. It's like a good amount of people. There's like it's pretty blue collar, I'd say, like
Yeah.
in general, Philly, and it's not like New York. There's not many like uppity like very like up their own ass like
Yeah.
like pretentious douchebags.
Sure. Like they'll kill you if you don't like the Eagles, but like other than that, it's
Other than
like-
the birds, yeah, that's a real. There's a lot of violence. It's kind of like the Purge there.
It's kind of like
The Eagles are
Purge,
like
eh?
our Purge because if we win or lose in the Super Bowl, we do the exact same thing. There's just no difference at all.
That's awesome.
Just one day a year, you can do whatever the
Right.
fuck you want. Did you see that video of the guy like eating horse poop when we won?
Yeah, I try to forget this. I try to forget this video a lot.
We
Wasn't-
won and he ate horse poop.
Isn't that yeah?
And if
That's
we lost,
crazy.
he would have done it too.
Right. He's like, God. He's like, thank God today the Eagles play. I get to eat shit no matter what.
No matter what, I
No
can do
matter
my
what, I'm
favorite
eating
thing.
shit.
Did
That's
he
awesome.
freestyle that, or do you think that was like a plan to?
I think that was a bucket list.
He brought the poop with him.
January 1st of whatever that year was, he's like, this year I'm eating shit. And I just need to find the right occasion for it. And the Eagles just happen to be the vehicle, the vessel for him to eat that shit.
He like runs out beforehand and puts it on the ground. Like, I'm gonna look like I found this.
He's planning it like a bomb at a parade. It's like, yeah, we don't need to show it.
No, don't.
We don't need to see it.
Don't show the video.
I've tried to purge this from my mind for years. I think the Eagles fans were also the same ones that were like throwing batteries at grandmas at a certain point or something.
That's correct.
I think that which is just like
Yeah.
that is kind of a fun sports atmosphere that I want to like we don't like
Get
Yeah, you're
batteries
nice
thrown at.
here.
in here, but like in America,
Yeah.
it's usually like like you're either cooking together or you're stabbing each other in the parking lot.
Yeah.
But like overseas, like if you go watch soccer, it's like oh, we're like kind of a little rowdy gang. And
they'll fight.
I kind of
dude.
like that. I like that. But it's it's just like a little fisticuffs. It's maybe we eat some shit, we say some ethnic slurs to players on the field, and then we go home. we got to incorporate that a little bit more.
Do you think there's more? Yeah, I was gonna say more slurs here or in Europe.
I think there are better slurs and more deep-seated racism in Europe.
Oh, okay.
I think
but think there's probably more like surface level.
It's like here, like in Europe, I feel like it's just the Irish that get shit on.
Oh no! There's like black soccer players. They're throwing banana peels on. They're like singing like old songs that their great grandfathers brought to the family.
Yeah,
about how black people have ruined the country or whatever.
Yeah.
Here, it's like you go to a game. And like you're not gonna hear as much racist stuff, but if you watch that game with someone's racist grandpa, that's where you really hear. You got to be removed from the live action to really hear the racism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just my hot take. That's my hot take.
That's a good note. Next time I want to watch a sports game, I'll go to the old folks' home to really get the experience.
Who let these moon crickets out? That's what they'll say.
Is that a slur?
Yeah. Sometimes I remember that I know slurs that other people don't know for black people.
Who
and
is
then
that about?
I'm just it's about black people.
What?
And then it's like, oh, I'm just giving you knowledge. I'm just giving you guys a new slur, and I don't want you to have that.
Did you? Where did you hear that?
Because during like slavery, we would sing at night. You know, you'd be out at night.
Holy shit! Wow.
I feel like,
but aren't crickets out at night too? It doesn't even really make sense.
But that's the whole point.
But why moon then? Why add the word moon?
That part I don't know. I haven't dug into the lore deep enough.
Not a lot of logic behind that.
Yeah. It turns out there's not a lot of logic behind racism in general. But I'm hearing your query.
Where does the etymology of moon come from?
I was gonna say moon cricket sounds like what someone would name it. It sounds
you can't say that. There's one sitting right next to you.
It's like what someone would name their persona, like a furry or something.
Hi, I'm Moon Cricket Jones.
Just in a grasshopper costume.
That would suck. The worst kind of furry would be a furry who is into insects. Neil.
There you go, Neil.
You just put that in later.
Thanks, Neil.
It didn't have to be live right now.
Neil, when anyone except Ben is talking, it's acceptable. Can't just...
He's just been waiting forever. That's going to be my whole voice on this episode of the podcast. That's awesome. All right.
So that's a wild one.
I'll teach you some other ones. We'll talk later.
That's a good new segment idea. Ben's slur of the week.
I know your dad's watching this. Please don't say it back to me.
He's getting that tattoo now. The moon cricket belly tat. Hey there, sludgelings. Welcome back to another edition of the Trollhole Podcast. Mike and Ben breaking in here real quick with a little call to action for you. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell right there so you're always notified of all of our new sweet little posts. And a little something else for you too. Did anyone say anything weird to you this week? Feel free to email trollholepod@gmail.com. Send us your weirdness and we will deal with it for you. A little troll back. Because we have your back. Now enjoy this episode of the Troll.
Let's get into our first segment. How about that? Let's get out of this racism and into our first segment. And our first segment is
racism.
All right, let's get into our second segment. Did anyone say anything weird to you this week?
DASAWTYTW. And that, Jamie, is the abbreviation of what Ben just said. I just abbreviated what Ben said.
Let me go first. How about that?
Yeah,
okay,
please. What is going on over there, Neil?
This chair is crazy.
Oh, I got you. Oh, yeah.
Are you on a stool?
Yeah, you're on a stool. I feel bad for you.
It's okay.
Shouts out.
I'm not going to help you, but I do feel bad for you. So I was going somewhere.
Oh, no.
This was fine.
Is this another cuckold thing?
Wait, what?
Every week, Ben gets he gets asked to cuckold for someone.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And that's just for Mike. I did meet a poly couple in the past week. They were sitting in the front row of a comedy show, and I loved them. They were very nice. They were very. And then there's a woman in the front row who didn't know what polyamory was, so we had to like explain it to her, and everyone was just like, "This dumb bitch doesn't know what being poly is." And I
should have got Chloe Radcliffe on the horn.
Is she poly?
No, she has a bit about how much she hates poly people, basically, and
it tore the internet.
Yeah,
in half.
the people are upset.
Wow,
it's a bold take, I would say. As someone who she lives in Brooklyn, I'm like, those are your neighbors.
Yeah,
they're coming after you, brother.
You get a Molotov cocktail thrown at you by a poly couple.
Smells like patchouli.
She's like basically saying the N-word in Atlanta. Crazy move. Risky.
There's only one way to find out if that's true, and she's gonna have to go do that too. I need to see the comparable. Chloe just goes and pisses off every demographic, and that's a good show.
Chloe saying the N-word in Atlanta. For who?
No, but like she just ruins like she get. All right, you know what? I gotta think this pitch over before we get back into it.
Yeah. Let's
Need more time to.
That's just me being like, I want my friend to die. Like she's gonna say the N-word. No,
Depends on what area?
So I was Lenox Mall. I was going into this. I was going into a therapy session, and in the elevator, this woman steps in, right, and she goes, "What do you do for work?" And I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was just like,
do you
nothing.
answer comedy when people ask you? Have we discussed
No,
that
I
before?
said I lie almost every time. Even though I think I was talking to you yesterday, I was like, I don't tell people, even though I am a comedian full time and it is how I make my money, I do not tell people I do comedy because I don't want to have that conversation ever. Yeah. Sometimes if the closest I'll get usually is like writer or something.
Yeah.
And then,
Cop out.
yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, what have you written?" I'm like, "Oh, just some like fanfic, like some Twilight fanfic." I don't know.
Written books.
I don't know. I don't want them to know. I don't want people to know anything about me.
Reedsy, dude. show those motherfuckers who you are on Reedsy. Show them those Reedsy ratings.
But this lady's like, "So what do you do for work or whatever?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing." I said nothing important. I don't know. I was going into therapy. I needed the session.
That's fine. That's a like,
a funny
leave me
answer.
alone. That's a leave me alone.
I was just like, I mean, nothing important. You don't want to know, whatever. Yeah. And she's like, okay, whatever. I was like, why does it look like I have a good job or something? I don't know. I just followed up.
Really? You said that?
Yeah, I followed up because I was like, that is a funny question.
Just combative as fuck going into therapy.
It was well-meaning. It was.
Does it look like I'm important?
It's just it was said in good. It was a good tone. I was like, "Why does it look like I do something important or whatever?"
See, that seems a little catty to me.
Okay. I don't know. I think it's wild just to ask a guy like, what do you do when he gets into an elevator with you?
When you're going into therapy,
it's like, what do I do? Nothing important. That's how I felt. Okay. And then she's like, well, you look like, she's like, you dress like you do something important. And I was wearing literally what I had fallen asleep in earlier that day. Like, I didn't even change into like sleep clothes. I was wearing like probably a hoodie. I think I was wearing a green hoodie, this version of this green hoodie. And then like, shit, I'm like, I literally am I'm at one of the lowest points of my week right now. And she's like, well, you look like you dress like you're important. I'm like, that's crazy.
How was she dressed?
She was dressed, I would say,
wearing
normal.
A fucking potato sack.
If I'm reading all the cues, I don't know that this building exists in there, but I feel like
this your therapist?
Yeah, it was my therapist being like, what do you do for work? How come you can't pay me more? I think it was. I think this lady maybe there's some sort of like assistance program or like I don't know something going on because there's a guy also in there with her who was like she just seemed like a lady who just said wild shit and then that guy was just kind of smiling and laughing and he wasn't like hey relax or like talking to me at all. I think he was her. I don't want to say like parole officer or something, but something like she knowing enough people who have been in that situation, like he clearly was a guy who was like he's helping her with something.
Yeah.
And she's like just the kind of the wild lady who just says shit. He's just like, Tanya, you did it again.
She's an ex-con.
I don't know that for sure.
If you're wearing shoes with laces, you're important. That means you're on the you're trusted and on the outside.
I noticed you have a jacket on. I didn't know that you worked for a bank.
Are you allowed outdoors? Because I'm not. You look important.
Yeah. How come your whole outfit isn't one color and just the same thing that you've worn the last 6 years?
I'm in a jumpsuit right now.
There's not a bulge on your ankle keeping you in one location.
Why aren't you shackled to someone else?
Now, in an outfit like that, where does one keep a razor blade, would you say?
Ben not mentioning until now that she was fully in a straight jacket. And the guy had her like chained.
Yeah, I was in a psych ward. I was in Arkham Asylum.
It was in Arkham? It was Harley Quinn.
Who's the Batman? I was like, I don't know.
What do you do for work?
You look important. The guy just laughing.
That's scaring
Yeah,
me,
dude.
dude. I'm
That's
getting
good.
scared.
Yeah, usually you got the Joker laugh. He's got like a fun Joker voice.
I'm trying.
What about you, Mike? Does anyone say anything weird to you this week?
My day job boss asked me yesterday if I could ever do a comedy that was PG.
Okay. Well,
PG.
PG.
Wow, not even PG-13.
Yep. Parental guidance.
Wow.
And I said probably not.
Sure. That's fair. Good answer.
and he was like, because I think he wants me to like co-host these work events with him.
Okay.
Which I would do.
For a little
And
extra scratch.
I literally told him, I was like, I would need to get paid.
Yeah.
I was like, it's just dependent. But no, I mean, who does P?
You absolutely could do a work like a PG. Like you're not even doing full comedy. It's just like you're doing like
It's
presentations.
just emceeing.
Yeah.
It's different. Like the way he phrased it was like, do you mean like you want to come to one of my shows and I'll go PG the whole time to like appease your ass?
Right.
If I was doing PG comedy, I wouldn't be here right now.
You'd be famous.
I'd be on a boat somewhere making more money than
I'd
this
be
job could
getting
ever
that
pay me.
freaking dry bar money.
There you
dude.
go. Have you ever done
I'd be part of that Nate Bargatze multiverse.
Yeah,
man.
true.
Yeah.
I heard dry bar get paid like shit
It didn't used to.
before. Now I
It
hear
did for a while. Now everything doesn't pay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Which
nice.
is cool.
Yeah, that's what
Follow your
comedy
dreams,
is.
guys.
That's freaking cool.
Have you ever done
Dope.
comedy for a boss before?
He came to one of my shows.
Really?
My buddy, and he loved it.
Oh,
Yeah. Wow. So I'm just confused now.
Wow.
I'm like, you say you like my comedy, now you want me to do PG shit?
He's just trying to hook you up with a little extra.
Yeah.
I don't know if I get paid.
He's like,
more,
Mike,
though.
I'm about to fire you. So can you do PG comedy? That's the only way we can keep you on.
We could keep you off.
Yeah. Like, we're going to lay you off. But if you want to do a little
That's
PG
my
comedy,
end of your review.
you want to dance for us, Monkey Boy? We'll get you a little Skrilla. We got you. Don't even worry about it.
I would. I'd host some work events.
I would love to see, dude, if
Fuck
you came
it.
in, if I was working in an office and you came in, oh my God. What's up, piss pigs? Are you ready to learn about workplace harassment? That would be incredible.
I'm just shitting on the different
Oh my
offices.
God. Everybody, you're just going through, you'd be like, I hate your haircut. I hate your face. I hate your feet. I hate everything
Oh,
about you.
Otsego had 12 missing patient notes this month. We call that business as usual, huh?
It's crushing with
All
the
the orthodontist hate
super
me.
specific like orthodontist stuff.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's what I used to do when I'd MC events or like do corporates is you just just research the corporation, figure out their competition and just write roast jokes about it.
Oh, wow.
And it always works.
That's very smart.
Yeah. Rather than just do your material and bomb, which took me like 8 tries, where I figured out maybe I should tailor this a little more. But yeah,
I'm doing one next week, and I'm gonna do that exact same.
you
thing.
have to. How much time are you doing?
I'm bringing someone, so I'm gonna do like 40.
Oh,
maybe.
fuck, no.
You're fucked.
Yikes. Oh, God.
Neither one of you think I can do 40? Okay.
No, I think you can do 40. I just mean 40 on a corporate is like a death
Tough,
sentence.
but
I did 30. It was the worst. This was like a month ago. I had the worst
Really?
set I've ever had. 30 minutes in front of a Gersh, the agency.
Oh,
Jesus, really?
What's even the? Was it like a showcase?
No. It wasn't a showcase. It was not. It was their holiday party.
Why would they ever?
So their
want
holiday
that?
party start. I don't know. It was so dumb because it actually made me think less of them as an entity because I'm like, if you knew stand up at all, which you should, because that's your part of your profession, you would know this. I can't do well. It's not possible to do good.
For people who don't know, Gersh is like a talent agency.
It's one of the biggest.
One of the biggest talent agencies.
Entertainment. So they have a lot of biggest people on it. It's crazy. They shouldn't have a comedian. You're great, and I love you.
They should not have had anyone.
They should have Pitbull.
CAA and Gersh.
Why would they ever have a comedian doing anything?
It was 22 people in a diner.
Oh my god!
They had a karaoke mic, no lights. It felt like doing like an ambush bar show when you're like 1 year in, and no one knows you're about to go on stage, and then you just start talking into a mic in front of bar patrons.
Yeah.
They had started drinking at 5. My set was 9:30.
Whoa!
They had
Why
just
would you
finished up. They had finished up a white elephant of like 2 hours, and then they went, "Guys, quiet down, quiet down. We have a guest tonight. Give it up for comedian Jamie Wolf." And I just bombed so hard. I kind of lit the room on fire. I called this one guy a rapist. I said that. I said that the senior vice president who was there was a creep.
Statistically, all of that's accurate.
They were both like, who told them? Who gave them the information before the show?
They're seeing if there's any Diddy headlines coming out. Like, fuck.
Give me your hand.
Did they name me?
No,
What?
give me your hand. You got a little loose hair on you there, bud.
You're always picking hairs off.
It had not. Anyway, it did not do.
That's crazy.
Did not do good. 30 minutes.
Whoa.
30 minutes. No opener.
Such
and
a hot
I had
start.
decided because I knew this.
Were you the only comedian?
Beforehand, only comedian.
Whoa.
Only entertainment for the night. I knew the situation beforehand, so I decided beforehand. I was like, so because they are so dumb, they're booking me for this. I am gonna try to punish them by sticking around. After I bomb, until like closing out. Basically, I was like, I'm going to close out with these people.
Wow,
because I want them to be uncomfortable for as long as possible.
Yeah.
In exchange for what I had to do.
Yeah.
Which was just a failure from the beginning. So I stuck around for like an hour or two after, and I kept doing this, which I thought was funny. I was like, dude, let's do shots, let's do a round. And
which you don't drink.
Exactly. Yeah. That's correct. I was like, yo, let's do a round. And then they'd bring shots out, and I'm like, I don't drink if you want to have like 2.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, that is like the antithesis of what everyone does is you want to leave immediately, usually.
Yes, you want to. My strong urge was
absolutely.
Flight. In fight or flight, it was a flight response. But no, I was like, I'm going to punish this. It's their fault.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make them smile to my face for like however long they're willing to tolerate that.
Yeah.
And then they were like, we're going to a different bar, and I was like, oh, where are we headed? And they're like, oh, actually, I think like we're gonna go home. Then they clearly just went to a different bar, like really obviously.
No, we're going to a different bar.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're getting an Uber to home.
You're like, isn't it XL? Can it fit one more?
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're actually went on horseback. We can't fit another guy. Sorry, I don't know. That's good. Hilarious. That's crazy.
All love to them. I mean, this is how I feel about all agencies and management companies in general, is that like, I didn't even burn a bridge because if I end up making money, they'll sign me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, you're not even signed.
They don't have moral. They have like rapists that are signed there. So
funny.
I'm like, they'll sign me either way if I end up successful.
I do want one business forward person in that room to be like, dude, he's probably getting paid like $5,000 for this. I could get a cut of that. I could get a little bit of that. Yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, you're really thinking.
But these corporates are brutal.
It's tough. I don't really do a lot of them. We'll see how this one goes. Mine is close to where I grew up. It's basically my hometown.
Oh, okay.
And I think that could help, but also once I run out of like hometown material, it's going to be pretty tough.
You got to write more.
Yeah, I've been trying for like truly months, and I can't think of anything that I want to talk about that isn't like, this place is racist, right? Like that's the only thing I have. This is like one of the most racist places.
I'm sure the primarily white crowd's going to love.
They're like, no, yeah, that's what we love about it, actually.
That's why we stayed here.
That's why we're glad you left. Why did you come back? This is crazy that you're coming back. Hell yeah, dude. It'll be fun though.
You'll do great, dude.
Thanks, man.
Make a little money, man.
Make a little money.
Is it good? Is it good pay?
It's pretty solid. They pay me in advance, which sucks. Because then now I don't
really
now I
have to do it.
Yeah.
And you gotta try.
They're like because of like the accounting, blah 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 blah, whatever. Like we have to cut this check. I was like, okay, that's fine. Yeah. So it's nice to have that, but it's tough to know that I'm not going to get handed a check.
Oh, that sucks. After
you really want that thing of just being like, I did something.
I earned
today.
that.
Yeah. But here we are. We're okay. Let's keep it moving.
Oh, well.
Are you okay?
I just want to see how long I could
staring into the distance.
Wait, the weird thing someone said to me this week was.
Damn,
awesome.
Ben.
Sorry, I thought it was you calling people and they
you had an extra one. That's a little extra one.
That was a month ago.
Lay more on us. I like those.
The other one was this week. I was talking to this woman, and I was like, me and my roommate are gonna go volunteer at a food bank this week, and I was like, have you ever done anything like that? I'm like seeing this woman because I was like, I'm interested in her values. And she was like, no, I've never done anything like that. And she was like, had a weird energy. And I'm like, well, you don't like believe in charity? And she was like, I'll give money, but I'm not going to like go to the scene of the crime.
Oh.
And I was like, did you just say scene of the crime?
What's the crime?
Implying that volunteering is like a criminal act.
Right.
That
like,
only
you need help, you criminal.
Yeah.
Lock them up.
Food banks are dangerous.
I went,
dude.
oof.
You get down to the last can of diced tomatoes. People start battling.
Okay, but the question is, did you still hit though? Did you still beat? Yeah, you dog. You still went in there.
You dog.
I respect it. Like I don't respect you or your values, but I do respect that pussy. Let me get in there, dog. Let me get in there, bro. Come on, dog.
Is that something you've done throughout your life? Is kind of dedicate your time to those less fortunate?
No, but I'm gonna.
I started doing it,
and also I know enough that even if I've never done it, I know to not like disparage it or like act like it's weird
Call
to do.
it the scene of a crime.
Really, you're volunteering? Okay.
It is very funny for someone to kind of look down on you for helping other people. You're like, oh, you must not be from New York. We don't do that here. That's not what we do. We throw change at their face when we walk past.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
They'll call the cops.
We unfortunately here we choke out innocent.
Yeah, I mean that's
sorry. I can't. I shouldn't have said that.
No, but we're here now, and what is funny is that is true, and that is exactly. I feel like the New York like mindset. Actually, it's everywhere. It's not just New York. The mindset of sorry, just side note. This doesn't get picked up on the mics, so we're just gonna keep trying to talk like normal, and I think it's fine. It is very annoying that this happens.
Well, feel free to like kind of bop along. We're talking about homeless people being victimized. I'm like, dude.
But seriously, the Daniel Penny thing was really fucked up.
Real fucked up. Eric Adams is honestly just murdering homeless people right now.
Straight up.
Bop to it. It's a good bop.
Yeah, I don't know. People, it is interesting. Like because what we do, I feel like stand-up is a very. I understand it helps people, but I do think it's kind of a selfish thing.
Yeah,
and like
kind of a selfish.
I mean,
it's the most selfish thing ever.
It's not the most selfish thing.
It's not the most selfish
thing.
There is.
Not at all. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
1,000%.
I don't believe that at
all. The reason we do it is because we're selfish, dude.
Yeah. No, I think we're egotistical, but
that's being selfish.
I just whatever. But
I only do it for others. But it's glad to know.
But for you guys,
I only do it to help people.
But I do think people find they find joy in it. They like it is important to some people. But like I've been also like I need to get better about being part of my own community and helping people. And like it is something that weighs on me so heavily.
Yeah.
And it would be so funny. Like if my wife was like, oh, you're volunteering today? I'd be like, okay, I guess we're getting divorced. Like this is the only thing I think could save my soul potentially.
Yeah.
And this person's just like, that's weird that you would help someone. That is crazy to me. I don't know. That's just a different lifestyle.
It's just such a funny energy. I think what's so funny to me about it is not just like the impulse to feel that way, but the impulse, the actual act of saying it to me.
Wild.
Is a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Insane to think like, oh, he'll react normal to this.
Yeah.
Like this is a common take. He understands where I'm coming from.
100%.
Ladling soup is nasty. And I don't want to do it.
Gross.
I'll give money, but I don't want to go to the scene of the crime. That is exactly what the problem of America is. That is like a microcosm of why we are where we are.
Wow, that is actually
fucking crazy.
so true.
I don't care where it goes, whatever. I'll give money, but I don't want to see these people's faces.
Yeah.
They haven't showered in a week. They're dirty.
And then the organizations end up not helping.
Right, exactly. They're like,
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, nobody cares. So I guess we kind of fixed it all here. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah.
We did.
Stand up is an unselfish act.
Yep.
And charity's trash.
Yep. Charity's trash. That might be the episode.
Donate money.
I have always
Ponzi
said charity is weird because there is a middleman. You're giving money to someone who has more money than the person who needs it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a paternalistic, like, give it to me. I'll figure it out for this guy.
Very good point.
I think it's
I know what he needs. Don't give it to him. I can help him.
Yeah, I think people think so big that they lose the sight of like what like charity can be, right? It's like a one-on-one interaction where you give someone money. It's going right to them.
Yeah.
It's like that's charity.
Yeah.
It's
It
just
is
we
charity.
think like we got to put money somewhere where we can like effectively change the world.
Sure.
Where it's
Yeah.
like you got to start in your community.
And it's this idea
Talk to him, brother.
Yeah.
Yo,
Speak on it.
that's some real moon cricket shit. Go talk to him, dog. Talk to him, cuz. Let's go. Let him know.
No, that's the way I've
No, I
always
agree,
thought
I
about
agree.
though. It's just like one-on-one, like help someone. Don't like throw money at like a cause, you know?
Yeah, I think I mean, you can do both, whatever. But like, definitely, it is important to see people. Yeah, you have to choose.
I don't think you can do both. I disagree.
Okay,
you got to do one or the other. Lane, there's a class system in charity.
Sure.
Yeah, we need to ensure that the class system remains even when helping.
A thing I used to think about a lot. I used to try to joke about this, but I feel like someone else probably has it. It would be like people would be like, you can't give a homeless guy money. He's gonna use it for drugs, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I use money for. Why do I get to use it? But
That's so funny.
That's like, yeah, do whatever you want with it. I don't give a fuck. Life sucks.
Guess what helps quick? Drugs.
Guess what helps quick?
Yeah. Hey, guess what's gonna help right now? Some
Oh
drugs.
no, he's gonna do his favorite thing.
He gets to be happy for 15 minutes to an hour and a half. Like, oh great, who cares? Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really like. The world is so shitty that I'm like, yeah, let this person disappear from the planet for a little bit. Let them have a thing. So I don't know.
I always felt that because I did Oxy a lot when I was younger.
Heard that about you.
Yeah, and I heard that about you. And now I like it, like with homeless people and giving them money and like with them spending it on drugs. I'm like, I hope.
Yes.
I hope so. I hope he's not buying food with this.
That's hilarious.
That's really not the right move.
You give someone $100, like, don't spend this at McDonald's, okay? Don't go to the grocery store with this. I want you to have a little fun today.
Yeah,
dude, 100 at McDonald's. That might be worse than doing.
Oh
drugs,
no, because you get him
100's a
food. You get him food. Say he gets food, water, place to sleep. And he starts to, he lives a little longer.
Yeah.
That's just more time in which he craves drugs and is going through withdrawal.
Sure.
It's kind of to your point.
It extends the suffering.
It extends the suffering.
So really, I guess what Jamie is saying here is like we should give homeless people drugs or kill them.
No.
I lost it.
Give them enough
I lost the
money
thread.
that they can choose themselves.
Okay, that's better than what I said.
I do believe that, like, strongly. No.
Yeah,
not
I
that.
mean, listen,
I believe
arm the
strongly that-
homeless, dude.
I believe strongly that it should be, a choice thing.
Yeah.
It's
I see that.
I think there should be more agency for people because you're not going to, I don't see the world in which you can make them better on just with your own goodwill and your own charity. They need to realize it themselves.
Yeah.
So I think giving money directly to them, sure, they might do drugs more than if you gave it to a charity, but I'm like, it's their choice. I mean, it's their agency, I think.
Yeah.
I believe more But I also was an addict, so this is what I would have wished someone would have said when when my dad refused to give me more money.
That's awesome.
How long have you been sober now?
8 years.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
Congrats.
from pills.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I've been off booze 4 years. It was 4 years,
congratulations.
December 29th.
Congratulations.
No more trunk whiskey for my boy.
No more drunk whiskey at the mall.
So I have a question. Has it gotten better these 4 years? It's like a slow.
In some respects, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think it's
That's
like
good.
you're always an addict. It's a lifelong battle.
Yeah.
Some times are harder than others. But yeah, I think overall it's gotten way better. It's gotten way better. Accountability's gotten way better. Mental health's gotten way better.
Oh, good. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Communicating my feelings has gotten way better.
That's good.
Because I used to always I would just, I'm sure you can relate. It's like you would drink or use to compartmentalize and to numb out, and then just shit builds up. And, now you're saying, homeless people need to be armed. And no, but it is good. It is good. If you're thinking about getting sober, do it. Do it. It rips.
Yes.
That's sober. That's funny.
Being sober is cool
that's
as hell.
funny. Maybe are you in the program?
I'm not in a program.
Yeah,
no.
so me neither. I wonder because I've never. People are like, it changes your life. Like it's a really positive. I don't feel that way at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what do you
I
mean
feel
you
the
don't
exact same as when I was using. It's just harder because I don't have a crutch.
Yeah.
So I just feel everything more intensely, but it didn't like improve my life.
Yeah.
It in fact made it worse because I couldn't get high.
Yes.
But I feel what you mean about working through it. Maybe I haven't worked through it like deeply enough.
Sure.
But I haven't gotten to the other side where it starts to get better. I haven't gotten there.
Sure,
yet.
but dude, that is like a lifelong process.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
When it's like you see these sober people where it's like X, Y, and Z is going well for them. They seem to have like a good spiritual connection.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's just the work never stops.
Okay,
That's what I will say.
That's good.
Even though sometimes you want it to, and you just curl up in your house for 2 fucking weeks.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
As if it's not right now.
You're naked in your basement. You get a text. The podcast is earlier. I'm naked in my laundry room. Almost disassociating. I'm on the verge of completely disassociating. And you're like, hey, Ben's like, hey, can you get here earlier? And I'm
Just
like, fuck
bare
that.
ass on top of the washing machine.
Yeah.
Looking at your own hands.
I'm trying to talk to the mice in my laundry room, and Ben's like, hey, can you get here 40 minutes earlier? It's like, dog, I'll be lucky if I get there at all at this point. But now we're here. And here we go. So yeah, it's just a journey, man. It's just peaks, valleys.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that it's a similar fight.
You're pretending to be a mouse sometimes because your human responsibilities are too intense. Yeah,
Do making that noise at mice.
Yeah. But I get what you mean when it's like I feel like nothing's changed, and what would it fucking matter if I, went back to what I used to do.
And that's been our second segment. Did anyone say anything weird to you this week? Thank you so much, everybody. Wow.
That was our second segment. I always take podcasts here. I'm undefeated at ruining the vibe.
Ooh, you have not ruined the vibe. That was
This is
incredible.
awesome, dude.
I almost threw up there. Oh, fuck.
We're actually talking
Holy
about important
shit.
stuff, and James like, I'm ruining the vibe. We got to go back to mocking the homeless.
You brought
I'm not
us.
mocking the homeless. You are misinterpreting and misframing what I meant.
And that is what we do on this podcast. I want you to know that.
No, but I meant like we were mocking the homeless. You were not.
Oh.
You were advocating
For
I don't
them
think any
to
of us- I
spend
don't
their
think any
money
of
the
us
way
were
that they
mocking the homeless.
wish.
Although
I don't think any of us.
I would like to take a homeless person to Jersey Mike's and just like ball out and get him a sandwich.
One, hey, whatever you want, buddy, as long as it's one sandwich. Any sandwich you want here.
No, we're not getting the catering for your friends.
No chips. No drinks.
So funny. The party sub.
Party sub for your friends.
Can I get the Jersey Mike's party sub for my encampment?
Okay, now we're mocking the whole month. Yeah. Now we
I agree. That was when it crossed.
We finally got there. You wanted to get there, we got there, buddy.
I'm sorry. I feel very strongly.
They're like out there. They're like, okay, drop the beat.
They're listening. The others like, wow, this is pretty good. All right, we do talk a little bit about social media on this podcast. It's not just Mike being naked in his basement. I don't know. I feel like we're kind of running out of time, so I feel like we just get into trolls.
Let's get into some trolls,
so
Jamie.
This is the part of here's what we're gonna do. We look through some of the stuff that you have, and obviously a lot of people like what you do. People feel it, they love it, and those people are correct. Some jackasses have some slick shit to say.
Yeah.
We found some comments that made us laugh, and that I think hopefully that you'll laugh at, and we can laugh at these people together.
Good. This is interesting because I don't read the comments ever.
Yeah. This happens a lot. So this is the awkward juxtaposition of this podcast of people being like, yeah, I try to actively stay away from the comments because they make me want to die, and we're like, okay, well, here's 12 of them. So
Here's 12 of them.
Yeah, you're coming in a good headspace too.
I don't get put off by negative comments at all. I think they're funny, actually. Yeah. The ones that put me off are when someone's like, you stole this joke. Someone said that to me about a joke, and they were like, you stole this joke from Jimmy Carr. I looked it up. His special was released in 2024. I put the joke out in 2019.
Awesome. Like you built a time machine. You went to 2024. You planted this premise, and then you took it. You took it from them.
Who was on HBO first, bud? Who was on HBO first?
Yeah, people have such a bad. This has happened.
Whoever
before.
gets it to the Netflix half hour first. It should be like that.
It should be like that.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be fun.
We've had people on this podcast before be like, oh, someone will be like, you stole that joke. And then they'll be like, did I steal it? Or did you just see me do it in a different clip?
Oh, that's happened to me.
All the time.
That has happened to me. I also got, someone said that the only ones that bother me are when someone says I steal a joke. So I put this clip out about how I liked Biden because he was the only president I related to, because he was just kind of scared and didn't seem like he was really good at, like he just seemed kind of put off by everything, and he was like stumbling through speeches and falling down in front of cameras. I'm like, that's me if I'm the president. Right. And someone was like, you stole this from Shane Gillis. And he doesn't have any jokes about Biden in that way. Doesn't talk about him at all in that way at all. I realized he thought that I stole the idea of relating to someone from Shane Gillis, because Shane Gillis was like, I definitely relate to the Navy or to Al Qaeda more than the Navy SEALs. Yeah. He thought I saw that and like reverse engineered a bit where I found something else to relate to that people didn't generally relate.
Spamming your clip to Shane Gillis. You hear that? He also understands other people that come from different places. So, should you kill him? Why don't you kill him? Kill him, Shane. Kill him, Shane.
Just the general idea of relating to another human. That's Gillis. Gillis did that.
Gillis did it first. Simpsons did it. Yeah, let's read some of these. Yeah, go ahead.
Why? What's that?
I was just gonna say. Also, we picked one of them, and we wrote responses to it. We're gonna defend your honor, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, I may have to freestyle that response.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So here's some.
Think of one in the laundry room.
Dude, I'm sorry, man.
Mike's response?
I did not show up for Jamie Wolf or our sledgelings the way I should have today. Yep, and I apologize.
Sledgelings.
So here's one. This is Eric Foreman trying out stand-up. I'm loving it. He has Eric Foreman mannerisms, LMFAO. These are all right by each other.
Yeah, because it's
Eric Foreman.
who do you? do people say you look like someone specifically a lot? Because Eric Foreman came up a lot in the comments.
Really?
Yeah. Topher Grace.
I've gotten Shaggy before, the guy from whoever played Shaggy in
live
action
Scream.
Scream.
Yeah.
Yes, that guy. I get that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got
Matthew
Thomas Hayden Church when he was younger.
Oh, sure. I don't really see that, but I like that as a comparison.
I got a couple like of those blonde. I got Macaulay Culkin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that like really pisses you off when you say it? Is there one where like, come on, this guy?
Oh man, I mean, no. I get.
What if someone's like, you kind of look like Mike Lester? Would you be like, oh fuck that? This is bullshit.
You'd be like, who the fuck is that, dude?
Well, not
I don't
now.
know who that is.
Honestly, the Shaggy one kind of annoyed me.
Sure.
Because I was wearing a green top, and then like I was dressed like Shaggy.
You were
mostly I was just mad that it was accurate. I think.
Yeah, it's tough when they nail you a little bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look, I look like Shaggy. Oh, hilarious. That's fucking funny. And it is
Punching
pretty
a hole
funny.
in
It's
your
like
laptop?
actually pretty. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's just say everyone looks like someone when they dress like them now.
Yeah.
That's fucking fun, isn't it?
You look like a Scooby-Doo kid. Grow the fuck up.
Oh yeah, nice Velma.
Yeah.
Cool.
It cuts to just a woman who looks exactly like that.
Yeah.
Frame glasses, short brown hair, being like,
The turtleneck, the orange turtleneck.
Yeah.
Someone also said Sunshine from Remember the Titans.
Yes, I've gotten that. Dude,
Yeah.
in college, Sunshine was
Sure.
people called me Sunshine.
That could be
I
worse.
will say this though, Topher Grace comparison out of that whole cast in retrospect is like that's where you want to be. Because the rest of them are under like criminal investigation now.
Yeah, they're not even going on looks. They're just like, by character, you seem like you were Topher Grace and that you were a good person and you won't go
seem
to jail.
like you didn't want to hang out with Danny Masterson. You were nice about it. And then the back half.
Didn't defend him. That video is so good.
Holy shit,
That video is
bro.
so good.
Because that's what was interesting was Topher Grace got all the shit for years because they're like, oh, he never wanted to party. And it's like, well, we learned what the parties were.
They were Diddy parties, straight up.
They were
Danny's Diddy parties.
Yeah.
Danny's ditties.
Daddy's
Joke about white people discussing race.
You're just going to read the things that the notes I left for you? Okay.
I'm hurting. Imani Black, I've been seeing a lot of good white comedians lately. I don't know where you guys are coming from, but y'all know how to hit the line and not cross it.
Oh, nice.
Does it feel good to be one of the good ones?
How's that a hate?
That's not a hate
troll.
thing. Sometimes it's a little
We
sweet,
pick
a little sugar.
interesting
Yeah,
ones.
we like that.
They're not just picking all mean ones is kind of like, it's one note. It's not as interesting.
You know what's funny? I also do the most racist jokes you've ever heard. No
one seems to have a problem with that.
The way the algorithm works, she just doesn't see that.
You're going to start a soap company called Moon Cricket.
I can't believe you keep saying it.
It is wild. You keep
I thought
saying
it was a slur.
See, this is my fault. I shouldn't have said it because this is what happened.
Well, you know what happens. You say it, then I think it's okay. Okay, plenty of fish in this. Okay.
Why is that what happens?
Craven underscore fifth. I don't care being a nerd for actually saying this, but I've seen people mock this advice too many times to leave it unspoken.
Oh, I love this.
If you had a fish, you somehow got it right, you probably have a tool to hunt for one. Then why the F are you crying with a fishing rod in your hands and saying you don't have a fish right now? Fucking catch it.
Well, this is in regards to a joke you have that has like 4 million views on Instagram. And it's like, there are people will tell you there's plenty of fish in the sea. And you're like, yeah, I don't have a fish right now. So I'm not like, I'm butchering the joke. But
Yeah,
like,
I'm not excited because you're basically just rubbing it in that I don't have one. There's a
Right.
lot of them generally.
and that person takes like deep dives into that and being like, well, no, actually, but you have a rod and like you are out on the water, so it seems like if you're on a boat, you should be able to figure it out, you know. And your response is just like, it's a joke. Like, what are we doing here? I don't understand. Yeah.
I feel like I responded to that one.
You did. That was your
You're
response.
like,
I
it's a
say?
joke, kissy face.
It's a joke with a kiss.
Classic.
Sometimes I like to just say something really just like to make them seem like a loser. Sometimes if someone's really hateful, I'll just go, so true, bestie.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Dude, but he responded. He was like, I know, man. Sorry. Got tired of seeing this in my reels. So you kind of like got in the way. What the fuck, dude?
Dude, that's the ultimate win when they come back like, yeah, man, I've just been having a rough week. my girl left me.
Opening up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They're talking to you like your boys.
That's incredible.
Like your boys. Here's another one. Watching without sound make you look like a very special rapper.
That's funny. Was I doing like this too much?
Hand motions.
Oh no!
I think you came in kind of big, maybe on that one.
Funny as shit.
What's up, everybody?
I love the funny ones. That's funny.
Yeah,
Same with
great.
Shaggy is actually funny, but
Okay.
it's accurate, so it sucks.
Yeah, it still hurts.
Yeah.
It's funny, but it hurts.
Yeah.
It's clear Satan is God's wife. Let him for a woman. The father is closet homosexual, so is violently homophobic and misogynistic. But then his son turns out homosexual, so he send him off to Earth school. But he is extra, never marries, has a whole male entourage
This
with
is just-
fuckers. He doesn't frick, and so his dad has him killed.
So
Is
context.
this about Jesus?
You have a joke about how like you're worried about going to heaven and the vibe being bad.
Yeah.
And, like, God being a bro, basically.
Yeah.
And this person just left an unhinged comment that was just like, well, God's gay or somebody's gay in there, and he's like, I don't know. He had a whole. It was a bad. I should have not put that in there. I don't know. You're just gonna.
He thought God was gay and Jesus was gay.
Yeah, well, something like that, where it's like, what kind of God would kill his own son? A gay one, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, what are you even talking
What?
about? We're not even. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for juicing the algo. But like, what are we even doing here? Why is this? You had a lot on that joke in particular. There were a lot of people who were like, blasphemous. This is blasphemous.
Yeah.
And then a lot of other people were like, do you guys even read the Bible? Like, for better or worse, like whether they're on your side or not on your side, they were like, did you even read the book?
Also, it's not. This is my argument. Is it's not blasphemous. I don't believe it because it's based on the Bible, which is written by, even if you are religious, the Bible was put together by humans, and God is not a human. God is infallible in their view.
Yeah.
God is infallible. So if humans put together the book, they could have fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm not even criticizing God.
I agree with this. This is.
I believe if there's a God, yeah, it's probably a perfect being. If there is a God,
sure.
Is God
it's
a woman?
probably flawless, but I think humans are where the flaws would come in. So the comments like this, I'm like, well, it's written by people. I'm sure it was just a homophobic guy 3,000 years ago who was like, also he said you couldn't fuck dudes.
Yeah. 100%. Everything in there is just a guy being like, can we throw this in? Because like Todd just fucked my wife and I don't want anyone to do that. Can we not cover these wives anymore?
Yeah.
Even though
throw that in there?
it's clear Satan is God's wife. What is that? You
I
ever
don't
hear
know.
about that? in the
That one was
Bible?
unhinged.
I
That
thought
is one
Satan got kicked out.
We'll put that one up on YouTube. It's a wild comment to look at. Like that one made no sense.
Satan is a bitter ex.
Oh, what's
That's kind of funny. That's
I'm not. Yeah, sorry. I just hear
Satan's a
funny.
bitter ex. Yeah. I can't get over this one, man. All right, do you want to go into the troll back, or do you want a few more?
Let's do let's do
One of these.
So this is on a bit you have about how every man should taste their own cum.
Yes.
Right?
Yep,
It's
yep.
a hot take. Neil's always said that to me. I would be like, hey Neil, how's it going? He's
There you
like,
go, Neil.
taste your own cum today?
Still haven't yet.
So here are some comments.
Neil keeping track. Neil with one of those days, you know, the accident.
Days since
It's
Ben's
been-
tasted his own cum.
It's just a scratch on the wall. It's like prison.
There were some funny comments I thought on this video, so like we can do this and then we'll do this.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous to have on here. Filth. Talk about something else. My God.
just ruin that person's day straight up.
Straight up made them have
Filth
a bad
is
time.
hilarious to be worried about on the internet.
Have you? This I love just the phrasing. Have you gone out of mind, bruv? This way you must have tried your urine and stool as well. Well, Jamie.
Yeah.
Have
You ever
you
tasted your own piss and shit?
By urine.
By your logic, everything that comes out of your body should be tasted. Have you ever tasted your own piss and shit, you loser?
That's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
I'm trying to think. Maybe pee on it.
I think we've probably all tasted a little bit of our own pee, whether we know it or not,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah,
Just
that's
like particles.
true.
poop. It seems like you really got like the guy with the horse poop. You got to go
You
out
gotta
of your
really-
way. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I saw a video today, but Neil was there on
that's
the
a-
other podcast that I did. where this guy, he had a chip, like a tortilla chip.
Yeah.
And he put it in dog poop. And then he walked inside. It's a full video, no cuts, so you know it happened. And he gives it to his buddy, and his buddy ate it.
Aiden's just like, so what do you think about that?
Yeah. And I like just woke up, or I haven't slept in a long time, and it's the morning, and I'm like, I don't know what to say other than that's terrible. That's awful.
Yeah, it's like
I'm sad that I saw that.
Yeah, this made my day a little bit worse.
It makes you sad. It's like it makes you wish you had a reaction. It's like I wish I weren't just numb to this shit by now. It's like I want to have a visceral reaction.
Stay with me here. We're almost done. Okay.
Like I watched a guy peel his face off like a sidewalk.
I love Ben
today.
being like, hang in there, Mike. Come on.
I feel like we're losing him. We'll do this one, and then we'll do the throwback. And we're
Okay. He's got a point. My ex's nut tasted like Windex. That wasn't fun, but of course he didn't know. Well, I'm glad I paused right there to read that.
Why are women? You can say it tastes like Windex. You don't have to keep doing it.
That was an interesting thing. First of all, the amount of people who
Tell
are like,
him.
That seems like best case scenario
What?
for nut.
Windex?
Windex?
It's clean.
What? Oh no,
It's
buddy.
clean.
Oh no, dude.
What do you want it to taste like?
I don't know, like the purest spring water that I've ever dipped my little toes
You want
into.
it to taste like
That's
spin
what
drift?
I would love it to taste like Spindrift. You can cut that out. We'll cut that out. There were a lot of people who were just like were telling on themselves in their relationships in that thread. It was just like, yeah, dude, my husband's fucking tastes like roast beef. He will not do anything about it. It's like my husband's cum tastes like day old ice cream, and I hate it, but he makes it do it all the time. It's like leave him, get out of here. What are we doing? Why you guys? You fostered like a community of people who hate tasting their significant other's cum. And I thought that was like a really beautiful thing. And then I just thought it was funny that this lady was like Windex. I've never heard Windex.
No,
before.
I've never heard that before.
Did it like melt your
How do you
esophagus?
know the taste of that?
Of Windex?
How
wow,
does
that's
she
a
know?
really good point.
Yeah.
I feel
Maybe
like
she
as a
sucked
yo-
off a Windex.
She got fucked up and sucked off a Windex.
Throwing a Windex. She's like, whoa, it's like I'm cheating on my husband.
That's got to be a TikTok trend or something, dude.
That's gotta be.
Sucking off a Windex bottle.
I don't know. All right, let's get to
Tide
the
Pods. You remember that? Tide Pods?
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was big.
You
that was
try
big.
that?
No, man.
Mike's just like trying to get to the
I was
bottom of
just
your.
nestled up by
Are you
some Tide
diagnosably an idiot?
Pods.
No, that was your question, basically.
That's true. I'm sorry. Did you have friends that did it?
No.
I feel like we're too old for Tide. You're
We
younger
missed
than
the
both
window,
of us, but,
yeah.
I think Tide Pods was like a real young kid.
Yeah, that was young.
I
Yeah.
just
That
like
was young.
nobody. Everyone else is like, no, there's real drugs we can do. That are fine. I
Yeah,
don't
there
need
is
to
an
do
area of the country
What are you
afflicted
talking
by
about?
Tide Pods.
Tide Pod. I do
Yeah.
ketamine now. What are you talking about? I'm in a K-hole right now. You want me to do Tide Pod? What are you? I'm seeing God right now. All right. This is the part of the podcast where we do a little troll back for you. All right. We picked one comment.
Yes.
Usually we've both written a response. It seems like one of us has written a response to the comment, and one of us is gonna kind of just let it loose right here and see how it goes. But you get to choose which response you want.
Just Big Ben's.
Mike in
And
his
we'll-
laundry room when he was supposed to be writing a comment, farting, and then wafting it towards his own
Rocking
nose,
Rocking
farting
that
continuously.
boy.
Going,
I do like the smell of my farts.
I love that
I
for
will
you.
say that.
Honestly.
All right, let's read this comment.
And then we'll post it from our account
Okay.
eventually in Defending Your Honor. All right. So why don't you read the comment and then I'll read mine.
Sloan Magnum 5009 says, "Sheesh, this was dumb. He doesn't even look like the type to tell these jokes. This was lame."
what was the joke?
It was just, I think it was just somewhere on it was your Don't Tell set.
Don't Tell.
Which
It was
was a
your Don't
Crusher
Tell.
set. And very
Crusher.
good.
He doesn't
Uh,
even look like the one to tell the. What is that?
Yeah,
mean?
I don't know.
It was a sexual set. I went mostly sex and dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what they
Doesn't
didn't
seem like
want.
you have sex or date. You don't seem like the type that would do either of those things.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe
Maybe he was saying he thought I was gay because I was wearing pink or something.
Or like he thinks you're a eunuch or something.
Yeah.
yeah. Doesn't look like he has anything down there. 0 out of 10.
It was actually an edited comment. The other draft was just, this guy's got a dick? That was what it was. All right, here is my response to that. Meanwhile, you seem like the type of person who would comment something like this while taking a break from setting up cameras in the women's bathroom at your day job. Do you want to freestyle something?
Sloan Magnum. You think that was dumb, huh? You think Jamie Wolf following his dreams to the point where he got a don't tell you know how fucking hard those are to get? Sloan Magnum 5009, huh? You know how many times I've auditioned for Don't Tell and not gotten it? What he looks like is a success. Not you. That's it.
Can you, when we do this, when this comes out, will you put the Shook Ones audio? You know that song? It's like the one they do in Eminem in 8 Mile or whatever. Yeah. Do that under him saying that. I think that'll be an incredible clip. I think that'll be very funny. All right, you can choose which one of the. We can do both.
Which one can you post? Well,
I don't know how we can do a video.
You got post Ben's. I'm not gonna lie.
I if we could post both, that'd be good. I like ending it with I'm a success. Not you.
Good little tweak. We
I just feel like that shit's so just rooted in jealousy.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't like people who have that energy because it's like their day is spent doing. It had nothing to do with you. It's just like, oh, I saw people being positive on a thing. Here's how I shit on it. But the reality is, again, we talk about this all the time. That comment is helpful. If you're commenting anything, you're helping the person that you think sucks. I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you hate us, please God tell us in the comments. We need this. We need everything you got. But Jamie, where can people find you online? Where can this will come out? Probably the end of January, early February. You got any dates you want to post?
Post inauguration.
Jamie Wolf Comedy on all social medias. You should follow me. I'm going to be in Philly in February. I'm going to be in Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington in March.
Love that.
And Pittsburgh in April. So come out to those shows.
Very funny, man. Crushed at Sisyphus last night. Even though you hated the show, you actually, unfortunately, are a good comedian, despite the fact that you didn't think that went well last night.
Yeah.
You were great. And you should see him. He's very funny. Mike?
At Just Mike Lester on all social media. Please leave comments on our Spotify episodes. It's a new thing. It will help us. Leave a comment on Spotify. That's it. I will rebound. I will rebuild.
He will build back better.
I will build back better.
He will
build back better. Ben, what do you got?
Shack Cats are on everything online. If you're in Minneapolis, I do have a weekly comedy show every Thursday, 9:30 at Zora Darling called Darlings. It's very fun. If you're ever back in town, come do it.
That's cool.
And then also, I am recording my album at Sisyphus Brewing February 28th and March 1st. You should come check that out. I have jokes that I need to stop telling, and I'm going to try to put them on an album. And Papa's going to try to get it on Sirius XM so he can make $8 every 6 months.
Yeah.
So come to that recording. I think it'll be really fun. I'm really excited about the jokes. I'm proud of what we're doing. And I don't know. Also,
Neil, what do you got?
Yeah.
Neil Face on
Good
Instagram,
God.
Face, 7 Sword Sound for my music, and thank you, Slam, for letting us use the space.
We love you, Slam.
Thank you, Slam.
Until next time, you can go to hell.
Fuck him off, Jamie. Go get him.
Yeah.
Bam, bam.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.